Sorry for the inconvenience. All right, you were talking about Drew Lock.
I was talking about
Continue.
Drew Lock. He's got
Number 16.
At number 16, Drew Lock. The Broncos are gonna have a great year. Drew Lock is gonna have a great year. I think he can be a starting quarterback on a fantasy team. I honestly do. So if you're late to pick a starting quarterback, Drew Lock's on the board. Don't be scared to pick Drew Lock. I feel like he's gonna have a good year. So I have high hopes for him in 2020.
Alright, my number 16, I have Kirk Cousins. I feel like the loss of Stephon Diggs does not help him. They did get Justin Jefferson, but I don't think he's going to be as good as Diggs. He was number 16. He was number 16 last year.
At 15, so I'll join here.
He was number 16 last year. Receivers got worse. O-line got about the same still. Dalvin Cook, they're going to have to feed him a little too.
I actually feel like Dalvin Cook is going to help Kirk Cousins. Because last year, how did Kirk Cousins get all his fantasy points? The play action.
Play action.
So the teams are going to use Dalvin Cook. They lost their deep threat Diggs.
They did.
Which sucks.
That's the problem. Justin Jefferson could fill that role.
They still got Adam Thielen, a top 15 wide receiver in the league.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins, I mean, he didn't throw picks. And he
threw a pick.
He had 26 touchdowns on only 6 interceptions. So he puts up these fancy numbers every year.
Yes.
I mean, he's a great bench quarterback to have. I don't know. I feel like a lot of Stephon Diggs does hurt himself.
It does.
15, Brad. Who you got?
15. I have Big Ben Roethlisberger. I feel like
Big Ben at 14.
I feel like he's gonna be a good year. I might draft him in the later rounds, honestly.
I have high hopes for the Steelers.
I do too. They got Juju. They got
team is healthy.
yes. Last year was just bad.
Their defense is one of the best in the league with the new addition of Micah Fitzpatrick. They have T.J. Watt. They have some stud Dundee.
They do.
They have Juju.
They got Juju.
They got
What other guy? I don't remember.
Connor in the backfield. He's fresh and ready to go. I feel like the Juju, Ben, James Conner.
That's gonna be
to be the next 3 beats.
yeah.
I don't know if that's good, but it'll be decent.
It'll be good. I feel like it's gonna improve a bunch from last year. Well, he didn't really play last year. From 2018.
Yeah, I think he is.
Juju is my boom player. He's gonna have a really good year, I think.
I mean, we would both recommend Ben as your starting quarterback.
Yes.
So draft him.
All right. Number 14, I have Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill.
I feel like he ended the year really well last year, obviously. I feel like he's gonna have a great year. Derrick Henry, they're gonna be expecting the run a lot more. Maybe put in some play action a little bit.
And I feel like they are going to run a lot more.
Yes, probably. Last year, he ended the season really well. Even throughout the whole season, he did really good. He averaged about 20 points a game for the season. And he only started 10 of the games. He only averaged 0.8 picks a game, which is the second best in the league.
The one thing we'll hold back on Ryan Tannehill, again, there's a reason why last video I did Derrick Henry number 3.
Yes. They're gonna feed him. They're gonna feed him.
They're built to run.
I feel like AJ Brown's probably gonna have a good year.
Yeah, I think he is too. I put Ryan Tannehill in my top 20. If you can, draft him.
Yes. I had him on my bench last year, so for those final games, I did good in my fantasy leagues.
Good in your fantasy leagues. At number 13, Brad, who you got?
I have Matthew Stafford.
Oh.
I feel like he's gonna have a good year. Probably. I feel like Kenny Galladay. That's really about it. Or Marvin Jones too, I guess.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones.
3 touchdown game last year. They had T.J. Hawkinson.
T.J. Hawkinson. He didn't have a great year last year.
I think he's gonna have a good year.
I feel like he's the most underrated quarterback going into this year.
For sure. He's underrated. Hey, besides
A lot, yeah, maybe.
No,
I don't think so.
I think Drew Lock is right where he's supposed to be going in 2020. High hopes.
Matthew Stafford, he might not even get
Matthew
drafted in
Stafford.
some leagues.
He might not.
You see him not.
Yeah, weapons.
Yes.
How many fantasy points does he put up per week?
1 second. He's the most underrated quarterback of like all time. No one talks about him.
He's very consistent. I mean, he doesn't put up the 30 fantasy points, but I mean, he'll give you 20 fantasy points every week. So
And he only played for a few weeks last year. He was injured. He only played till week 9.
He's got the weapons.
It was 27 points, 15, 12, 23, 11, 20, and then he ended his playing 28, 23, 24
Yeah.
against the Vikings, Raiders, and Giants.
There's a reason why Kenny Galladay goes pretty high in the draft. He's gonna have a good year. He has good wide receivers. Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones, I think, is one of the best combos in the NFL. So draft Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
As the number 13 spot, I got Aaron Rodgers.
I have him for my number 12. I feel like
I just feel like his wide receivers aren't great. He has Devontae Adams, obviously.
Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard is gonna pop.
he's gonna pop off.
But I mean, I
Aaron Jones.
13, so I obviously think he's gonna have a good year.
Yes, start him.
I think
Okay.
start him. But I feel like they're gonna give it to Aaron Jones an awful
Yes.
lot. Aaron Jones is gonna be scoring a high percentage of touchdowns.
He also is a good receiving back, though.
There's a reason why I didn't. There's a reason why I didn't put Aaron Rodgers in my top 10. But he is at number 12 for me. You can draft him. But I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers. I feel like Aaron Jones is gonna have a better year.
Yes. And he had 19 touchdowns last year. I think he's going to be a great running back.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe even get into the 20s. I know that's crazy, but like, maybe.
He might. He might. Take him.
Take him. You got it, you're 12.
Number 12. I have Carson Wentz at number 12.
Okay.
And I feel like Carson Wentz is gonna have a really good year. He didn't do that well last year, but he's still had a good year fantasy wise.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Miles Sanders in the backfield. I feel like he's gonna get a lot of carries. But at the same point, he's gonna be receiving back too.
Yes. Receivers aren't great.
His wide receivers aren't great. But
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz is gonna have a big year. Carson Wentz, he doesn't throw very many picks.
He is not.
He throws a decent amount of touchdowns. He'll put up, again, he's one of those guys where he's not going to put up 30 fantasy points, but he's going to put up 20 fantasy points every week. He's very consistent. And
Yes.
I have very high hopes for Carson Wentz in 2020.
My number 11 is Carson Wentz. And you've made some great points. He has no one at receiver besides, I guess, Jalen Reagor and Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
That's about it. Miles Sanders is going to have a great year. You have made some good points. He got a good O-line, though, which is going to help him. He gets so much time.
He's going to have all the time in the world.
Yep. Not going to be under as much pressure because their defense got Darius Slay. Not going to have to rush down the field.
Yeah. At number 11, Brad, who you got?
Number 11. That was my number 11.
Oh, yeah. At number 11, I got Josh Allen at number 11.
Okay.
He just missed my top 10 by one spot. Just because he's super young. His accuracy needs some work.
He's got a good arm.
He's got a great arm, but his accuracy is
That's
not
going to
too
be
well.
a good combo with Diggs.
But then again, you look at his team. He's got Devin Singletary, who I think is going to have a great year.
Yes.
He's got Stephon Diggs. He's got John Brown. He's got Cole Beasley. That is
Great
one of the
targets.
best wide receiver trios
Yes.
for a young quarterback that can throw deep. He has a ton of throw power. I feel like Stephon Diggs is going to have a great year deep. I feel like Josh Allen, draft Josh Allen for your team.
Yes.
His wide receivers are going to help him out a ton. He's going to have a good year. He's gonna put up fantasy points. So, just missed my top 10.
Alright. This one you might not agree with me on this one a little bit. Number 10, I got Tom Brady, alright? A lot of people are putting him higher. He's got the best receiver duo in the league.
I also have Tom Brady at number 10.
He's got great receivers. I just think he's getting older.
I feel like
we don't know what Gronk we're gonna get this season.
I feel like he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL,
Yes.
which is why I put him at 10. I feel like all the guys that I have ahead of him are going to have better years
Yes.
than Tom Brady. I mean, he's not Tom Brady anymore. He's old. You saw it last year. He lost to the Titans in the AFC wildcard round. He didn't put up that good of fantasy numbers.
I
but
feel
then
like
again, he's top 10 quarterback because of the wide receivers that he's got.
I feel like if he could be higher if we get a better version of Gronk than last year.
Yeah.
Gronk last year was very bad, but if we get old Gronk, it might be good.
Yeah.
Might be top 5, maybe.
I have decently high hope for the Bucks in 2020. I think they're going to be
They got
scary.
great defense, great offense, targets. Ronald Jones is going to have a good year receiving and running.
Yeah.
They're going to have a good team.
At number 9, I feel like we may have the same person at number 9. I got Matt Ryan at number 9.
I also have Matt Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have very high hopes for the Falcons this year. I feel like they're probably going to make wild card.
You have very high hopes for Todd Gurley, right?
I do. I think he's going to have a great season. I feel like their offense is just so good. They got Calvin Ridley, Julio, Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley. Hayden Hurst is going to have a good year.
I feel like the Falcons are going to have their comeback year.
Yes.
I feel like Matt Ryan is a great fantasy quarterback. He puts up consistent numbers.
He does.
And he's got Julio Jones. He's got Calvin Ridley.
Hayden Hurst. He's gonna have he's a sleeper tight end.
He can throw to Todd Gurley in the backfield. Matt Ryan is going to have a good year, so draft him on your fantasy.
Yes. And he's gonna go kind of late. All right, number
8. I got Matthew Stafford. You had him not in your top 10.
I had him.
But I got Matthew Stafford in my top 10. The team around him is great. He puts up consistent fantasy numbers. He's very underrated. He's got Kenny Galladay, who I think is going to have an insane year. He's got
Marvin Jones.
He's going to have a good year.
He's going to be good.
Deep threat. He's got deep threat. I feel like TJ Hawkins is going to have a good year at tight end. And, I mean, his running backs are great, but I feel like he puts up consistent numbers. He'll put up 20, 21, 22 fantasy points every single week. And that's what I want from my quarterback.
Yes.
I would happily draft Matthew Stafford for my fantasy team.
All of these top 10, top 15 guys are just amazing players. There's so much quarterback depth this year.
There is amazing.
You're going to get a good quarterback.
Who do you have as your number 8 spot, Brett?
Number 8, I have Josh Allen. I feel like he's going to have a good year, an amazing year. I feel like last year he did good without Diggs. And this year adding Diggs, he has a good arm. Diggs is a deep threat. I feel like Devin Singletary also is going to have a great year. I feel like the Bills are going to have a good year. Probably take over the AFC, Patriot division. East.
The AFC East.
I feel like they're probably going to win it over the Patriots unless Cam Newton is...
It's the Bills' time to shine.
It's the Bills' time to shine. Brady leaving was the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yes, it was.
You got an easy division besides Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. I feel like Josh Allen's gonna have a great year. Draft him, start him.
Now number 7, I can almost guarantee we have the same exact player. I've got Dak Prescott at number 7.
I have Drew Brees, number 7.
What? You put Drew Brees number 7?
Number 7.
Oh my god.
You can go first if you want.
Dak Prescott, okay. Zeke is amazing in the backfield. You can give a screen to Zeke, he'll go and he'll score a 50-yard touchdown off of it. Dak Prescott, I mean, he's not, I don't feel like he's that great of a quarterback, but he does put up great fantasy numbers.
Yes.
So in fantasy, I mean, he's got Amari Cooper, they got CeeDee Lamb, they got Michael Gallup. I feel like he's going to have a great year. He's got
one of the best O-lines in the league.
I feel like the Cowboys are going to have a good year. I feel like draft Dak Prescott on your fantasy team. He's gonna do good.
All right, my Drew Brees pick. He's gonna have a great year. He's gonna have a great year.
He's gonna have an insane year.
He's got Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas, Jared Cook. I feel and Alvin Kamara. I feel like he's gonna have a great year, but I don't think he's gonna have a top 5 year. I just feel like there's too many quarterbacks better than him that are gonna have better years.
Wow. That's just wow. Okay.
Who's your number 6?
My number 6 is Deshaun Watson.
Alright.
Yours?
Mine is also Deshaun Watson.
Okay, that's what I thought.
he's got an underrated receiving core. Will Fuller, Kiki Cootie, Kenny Stills.
In my top 5 is because they lost D-Hop. Okay,
yes.
D-Hop was their number 1 guy. They traded away their number 1 wide receiver. They got a running back for their wide receiver. I feel like that means that they want to run the ball.
Yes.
And that they're not going to go to Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. He's got a very underrated receiving core.
I don't have him in my top 5 for that reason. But draft Deshaun Watson if you can get him. Because he's going to have a good year.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's going to have a good year.
Alright. Number 5.
Number 5. We are now into our top 5. All these guys, if you can get them, take them.
Take
number 5, I know you have this guy higher. But at number 5, I've got Kyler Murray.
Alright.
Kyler Murray, I think, is going to have a great year. That's why I put him in my top 5. I feel like, I mean, look at the wide receivers.
I feel like you should have put him higher.
He's got D-Hop. He's got Larry Fitzgerald.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
He's got 3 great wide receivers. He's got Kenyon Drake in the backfield. The Cardinals are just great this year. I feel like the Cardinals are going to have a great year. I feel like Kyler Murray is going to be a big part of that. I feel like Kyler Murray still hasn't really proven himself yet, but I feel like he is going to prove himself this year. That's why I have him at number 5.
Alright, my number 5, I have Dak Prescott. I feel like Cowboys, like you said, top 5. They're going to have an amazing year. Like you said, great receiving core. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. That's an insane receiving core. Even, Zeke is going to have a great year passing and running. I feel like they're going to be able to do a lot of play action, maybe. Might do good. Dak Prescott is a great quarterback. He did pretty good last year, even without CD. I feel like the Cowboys and all are going to have a great year. Probably take their division against the Eagles.
Yes. I feel like the Cowboys are going to have a great year. Dak Prescott. Draft Dak Prescott.
Draft Dak. Number 4.
At the number 4 spot, I have Drew Brees. Okay. And here's why I have Drew Brees.
Oh gosh.
Because look at the team around him. I have the Saints going to the Super Bowl this year. Okay, and I feel like Drew Brees is gonna win Super Bowl MVP this year. I have the Saints winning the Super Bowl. That's my Super Bowl pick. For this reason, their backfield, they have Kamara, they have Latavius Murray. Kamara is insane in the passing game. Drew Brees is gonna feed Kamara, and Kamara is gonna rank up the yards for Drew Brees. Look at Drew Brees' wide receivers. He's got Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know, like, you can't ask for much better than that. His tight end is Jared Cook. Jared Cook has insane numbers for his touchdowns. Jared Cook puts up a lot of touchdowns every year. I mean, he's got Drew Brees, he's got Michael Thomas, Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders. He's a top 4 quarterback this year for me. He's definitely a guy that I'm going to look at and try to make sure that I have at my fantasy team. I feel like he's going to have one of his best years. I feel like he's going to go win the Super Bowl, and he's going to put up a lot of fantasy numbers while he's doing it.
Drew Brees is not going very early, too. You can get him late.
Drew Brees, you can get pretty late, yeah. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be great.
My number 4 spot, I got Kyler Murray. I have high hopes for the Cardinals. I used to be a Cardinals fan, but that's not why I'm picking him.
This kid thinks of Kyler Murray the way that I think of Drew Lock.
Yes.
I don't know why.
He is going to be a great quarterback. He's kind of got a Russell Wilson feel. I know that's kind of pushing it. He's a scrambling. He can throw dots. He's got great receivers. Larry Fitzgerald going to his final years. Been in the NFL 100 for the past, like, a lot of years. He's the only quarterback to do it for like be in every single NFL 100 that's not a quarterback for the past 10 years.
He should have gotten this year, in my opinion.
Christian Kirk, he's gonna do it really good. D-Hop, I feel like he's a little overrated right now, but he's still gonna do great. Kenyon Drake, he's gonna be really good in the passing game.
To watch.
I feel like Kyler Murray, draft him. He's going pretty early, but I think he's worth it at this point.
He's definitely worth it.
Alright, we're both gonna have same number 3, I hope.
I got Russell Wilson at number 3.
He is an insane quarterback.
He is just, again, I mean, I think he would have been top 2 for me if the Seahawks would have gone and got Antonio Brown. Their wide receivers aren't the best, but they're still. I mean, you got DK
Tyler Lockett.
You got Tyler Lockett, who is insanely deep.
Yes.
He's got Will Disley, who's coming back from having a good year at tight end.
Chris Carson, he's good. He's good in passing game and running game.
Chris Carson is good in the passing game and running game. Russell
They're gonna have a great year.
He's gonna scramble for big rushing yards.
Yes.
Russell Wilson, as always, is gonna have a top 3 fantasy year.
Yes. Unless something crazy happens.
Yeah. Just draft him.
Alright, here we go.
Here's the point where we get to the top 2. And the really thing that me and Brett had to think about in the top 2 was not who's a better quarterback, but who's a better quarterback when it comes to scoring fantasy points.
Yes.
And I think we both have the same guy at the top.
Who do you have? Number 2. Who's your number 2?
At number 2, I got Patrick Mahomes at number 2.
He's obviously a great quarterback. Obviously.
I mean, he's got weapons. He's got Tyreek Hill. I feel like they're gonna run it with Clyde a little bit, but I feel like they're a passing team. That's why I got number 2.
That's the same with the Ravens too, though.
Yeah. Sammy Watkins, Nicole Hardman, Tyreek Hill. Like, dang. He won the Super Bowl. He puts up 30s every week. He's one of the only quarterbacks that does that.
Yes.
He's gonna have another insane year. I feel like this is the year where he's gonna win. I feel like he's gonna win MVP this year.
Probably.
I feel like he's gonna have a great fantasy year. Some of you may take him over Lamar. But
I don't.
We don't.
It's just especially because fantasy.
Fantasy points. Yeah. Again, if we were just ranking who's a better quarterback,
we would probably both do
we would
Mahomes.
both say Mahomes is a better quarterback.
But fantasy, Lamar's running just helps him so much. 1,000 yards running.
Yeah. And that brings us to number 1, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, number 1 in QB fantasy points last year. Number 1 in passing touchdowns last year.
Number 1 in QB rushing yards last year.
He was 4th best in picks per game.
He averaged 27.2 fantasy points a game.
He only had 2 games that weren't in 20 points or higher.
Yes. That's insane. He'll pass for a lot of touchdowns a game.
He doesn't even
for just as money.
He doesn't even have the greatest receiver core too.
No.
And he still does amazing.
When you draft Lamar Jackson, you're drafting a quarterback and you're drafting a running back in one pick.
Because he's probably would be top 10 rushing yards last year. He had more rushing yards than a lot of good running backs.
Yes. Draft Lamar Jackson if you're looking for a quarterback, and he's on the board no matter what quarterback is there.
Passing touchdowns.
You recommend draft him.
He still threw for 3,000 yards. He's insane. He's a boss.
We have Lamar Jackson number 1.
Yes.
Tell us what you think of our list, what you agree with and what you don't agree with, and roast Brad down in the comments for not having Drew Lock higher than Phillip Rivers. There you go.
Roast you for having Drew Lock like top 15.
Bro, he's gonna be top 15.
Alright, see you guys, probably tomorrow. For what are we doing?
We're telling you every single team's record.
Record predictions. And playoff and Super Bowl. See you next time. Bye. Make sure